He's presided over the court of common sense for more than 3 decades, treating people with respect and dignity regardless of their lot in life. Even though he's been doing the same thing on TV for the last 25 years, all of a sudden he's a viral superstar. His compassion and concern has connected with people all over the world. Thanks to social media, his clips have been seen over 1 billion times. Of course, I'm referring to Judge Caprio. In tonight's 6 Questions, we talk about his newfound internet fame, why he's so popular overseas, what he says to people who call him Judge Pushover, how he can tell a real story from a sob story, the worst excuse he's heard, and what's next for him in Caught in Providence. When you hear over 1 billion views, your clips have been watched over 1 billion times all across the world. What do you think when you hear that?
Well, I feel great. I think of Bill Parcells. He said, "You are what your record is." So my record is I've had 1 billion people view this face.
I can fine him $90, I can charge him $30, or I can charge him nothing. What do you think I should do?
30.
30.
Social media has changed the entire dialogue, and it's changed our exposure, and the response is beyond my fondest dreams.
I'm going to reduce this to $50. That's not going to leave you without any money, is it?
I'll leave it with $5.
I'm not going to leave you with $5. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to dismiss everything.
Why do you think it's so popular overseas?
They see people being treated fairly. They see people who have actually committed an offense, and they see a judge saying, "I understand that you've committed the offense, but this is not a crime of moral turpitude. You know, I understand your situation in life. I understand the hardship that you're undergoing, and so I'm going to give you a break strictly from a compassion point of view." That is unheard of in their society.
I'm going to ask you 2 questions, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to say one or the other. Now, we're talking about your father, right? Now, you're going to say guilty or not guilty. What do you say?
Guilty.
Guilty. An honest boy.
What do you say to people who call you Judge Pushover?
I laugh at them. I feel sorry for them. If they don't have that inner feeling for their fellow human being, then I feel sorry for them.
Do you consider yourself someone who's good at reading body language? Like when you're listening to their story and their eyes are jetting off or their arms are folded, I mean, what are some of the things you look for as to say, this guy's not...
You know, I shined shoes, I delivered newspapers, I delivered milk, I worked at a restaurant, I dealt with people all my life. I saw every phony you can imagine. So I make a pretty good judgment based on people, on their, you know, their eye contact, and I've heard all the stories.
Judge, what are some of the worst excuses you've ever heard?
I had a fellow who was speeding, and he came in and he was a little uncomfortable, and he said, it was the shoes.
What do you mean the shoes?
I said, that's what I asked him. I said, "What do you mean the shoes?" He said, "I just bought a brand new pair of shoes. I didn't realize how hard I was pressing on the gas pedal."
What? He tried to use that as an excuse?
Swear to God.
Did you start laughing, or were you just
Of course I laughed.
offended by it?
What am I to do? What am I going to say? Don't lie to me like that. Of course not. I laughed.
A big thanks for coming for the Judge and the Caught in Providence show. It's expected to go into national syndication next fall. I'd also like to wish him an early happy birthday. Later this week, he'll be 81.